So this retails for $25. We have the subscription box. Every time I do this video, he's cutting the grass. Every time. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, we have the subscription boxes. But not only that, we added another contender. So this was kind of an accident. I didn't know that I had waitlisted myself for the IPSY Plus, I believe. Is this? Yeah, the IPSY Plus box. I kind of just got the notification in my email saying that my box was shipped and I already paid for it. So I'm going to probably do the IPSY Plus for like probably 2 to 3 months, see how I like it, and then if I don't like the products that just keep coming to me, I am gonna unsubscribe from this one because this one is more expensive. This one's $25 and it comes with 5 full-size products. So got to take that into consideration, how I'm trying to use up more of my makeup. This is not going to make it any easier on that. As you can tell, I am barefaced, but that is because a lot of these products can help me create a full face of makeup. So I'm actually gonna go in the order of like base all the way to eyeshadow. So with that, the first box that I'm going to start off with is the SEPHORAPLAY. So for this theme, it's Destination Beauty. So it's just, I guess, traveling products that you need. I'm going to start off with the bonus item. So the bonus item is actually the HUM hair gummies with benefits. So this one's for hair. It states that it's going to provide stronger, healthier hair. It comes with 2 gummies. It doesn't really give descriptions if I'm supposed to take the 2 gummies at the same time or one for one day and the other for another day. For the next item that we have is from First Aid Beauty, and it's the Ultra Repair Berry Air Cream. It's strength, balance, and hydrate cream for sensitive skin. Oh no, it's safe. It's safe for sensitive skin. So this states that it's fragrance-free, hypoallergenic, and something else. You can use in the AM or PM. So it's just a hydrating cream. These I tend to save during wintertime just because of my oily skin. Now the next thing that we have is, I am going to actually try it on, is the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask in Vanilla. I actually do really like Laneige products. I have received a couple of their sleeping masks for the face and I really do enjoy it. So this, okay, so it's just like a, so I thought it was gonna be more of a thicker consistency like the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Mask, but this one's more liquidy, as you can say. So I'm just gonna keep that on the lips until it's time for me to apply my lip product, seeing if I can feel a difference because my lips are a little bit chapped right now. Okay, so the next item that we received is from a brand I actually have not heard from. It's the BioSense Detox Max. It states that it purifies, calms, and softens skins. It states that it's for all skin types. So this is really interesting. I do like using masks, especially since I do have a lot of issues with my blackheads. So I definitely want to give this a try to see if it actually works. Now the next item that we have here is the Stila All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. So I'll definitely use this later on. Well, it's between this or the other liner. Maybe I'll use both, but I'll put this to the side. Now for the item that we are going to try, it's the Tarte Concealer Multitasking Foundation. It has an SPF of 20. So it does seem like it's going to match me, so I'm really happy about that. I mean, never mind, take that back. It's gonna be a little light, but let's give it a try. So for my base, I did already apply my Smashbox Primer Water, and I decided to use the Tarte Poreless Mattifying Primer. So I'm actually not going to apply any of my color corrector. I want to see what kind of coverage it has without any assistance. So I am going to do one side with a sponge, and since I have a clean brush now, I'm going to do the other side with a clean brush. Alright, so as you can guys tell, this foundation is just the tiniest bit too light for me, but I feel like we can easily fix that with bronzer. As far as for the coverage, with one layer using a beauty sponge, it kind of just evened out my skin tone. I mean, not really, not that much. It did remove a little bit of the redness that I have going on here on my cheeks, and some of the pigmentation that I have right here. I mean, you can still see the scarring of a pimple that does not want to go away. But that's about it. I'm gonna do one more layer with the sponge, and then I'm gonna go to the other side of my face with a brush. So I decided just to put the extra foundation in the problematic areas on my skin, just to focus on those areas on my face. I mean, with that second layer, it did more even out my skin, but that's as much as I'm going to build it up. But I mean, I don't mind this light coverage. It does have an SPF of 20, so I definitely want to see if it has that flashback. So I'm just going to do 2 layers on this side of the face with the brush to see how the coverage is. Alright, so off the bat, I don't like it with the brush. I'm not sure. It's most likely it is this type of brush that's causing streakiness along my foundation. So let me see if I have a different clean brush to use. Okay, so I guess I don't have that flat taper brush that I'm looking for. So I'm just going to finish off with the sponge, just because I did not like how it was applying with it. Alright, so right off the bat, I can definitely tell that this foundation is more of a dewy finish. It hasn't settled in completely yet, but I still feel like I'm going to have to use a mattifying powder, just because when it comes to this much dewiness, I know for a fact I'm going to be an oily mess within the next 2 hours. So when it comes to going for that dewy look, when it comes to me personally, I like preferably using shimmery blushes, more dewy type of skin finish sprays versus having my foundation this glowy. So I am going to finish off my face just by putting concealer, setting powder, and a little bit of bronzer, so that way we can get to the next box. Alright, so now that I have my face kind of done, I can tell right off the bat it doesn't like texture. So I have currently a lot of texture going on right now on this side right here, well, this area of my mouth, and the foundation has kind of like just, you can just see everything. You can just see all the texture going on right here. So maybe I'll try this foundation out again if I exfoliate even extra on the areas where I'm having some texture issues. And as well, I feel like this foundation is going to crease in my smile lines. But I think next time I'm also just going to do 1 layer, because I do feel like this, having 2 layers did make it like a thick consistency. So just from basing off first impressions, I give it a 2 out of 5. So I'm definitely gonna have to retry it out again, changing some things up upon application of it. Now, going to the next box for the next product we're gonna use is the Allure Beauty Box. So for this box, let's see, does it say? To be honest, I'm not even sure if they do themes with this or not, but whatever. So this is what this month's makeup bag looks like. It's just a really pretty neon green. I feel like you can fit a good decent amount of stuff, or if you but you do need to have like a pretty medium-sized purse to use this bag. Now I'm gonna start off for the first 2 items, which are duplicates for me, because I really I already do own them. And for the first one, it's the Moroccan oil hair treatment. So it's just basically you put it on when you have damp hair and then you style it as usual. So what I would do with this was after I was done curling or straightening my hair, then I would apply this because it would reduce my flyaways and as well give me shiny hair. The next item as well is the Avene Thermal Spring Water. Actually, I really do own one, which I have right here. I really don't understand the concept of this. Are you supposed to apply it beforehand or after makeup application? Let's see. Okay, so this says that you can apply to bare face to soothe irritated, hot skin. And you can also use it as a refresher for your makeup. So I'm definitely going to try this product out because to be honest, I haven't even tried it out. I've been having it for like about 6 months already. Now for the next item here, we have the SGX NYC, the Do It All Dry Texture Spray. So it's for volume, refresh, hold, dry shampoo meets hairspray. Oh, so that's very interesting. So it states it's free of parabens, petroleum, sulfates, gluten, vegan friendly, and it's not tested on animals. Revitalize next day hair with instant freshness, full of texture, volume for that perfectly imperfect, undone look. So I'm actually gonna give this a try right now. So my hair is actually, it's pretty dry. So let's see what it does. It does smell pretty good. It actually smells like hairspray though. Just applied some to my roots because I do get quite oily really quick on my hair. You can't really see a difference, but I'm definitely going to give this another try. I do like using dry shampoos. So the next thing we have is from the brand Context, the Vitamin C All Day Eye Cream. So it states that it's going to be for depuffing and subtle brightening immediately after using it. Its active ingredients are vitamin C and E antioxidants that guard against pigmentation and collagen breakdown. We'll see about that. So it doesn't feel like it's going to be thick. It feels like it's a light serum-y consistency. You can see right there. So really excited to give this a try. Let's see. So we have a gloss here from the brand Floss. Let's just try some on. Let's see if it's thick. So with this dispenser, it does provide just very little product, so you do have to dip in quite a few times. Okay, so that is as good as it's gonna get. So this is in the color Yule, but it's, you know, just a clear gloss. Now for the actual product that we're going to be using is from the brand The Brow Gal. It's a brow pencil, and this is in the shade medium brown. So it does kind of feel kind of dry. So we're definitely going to give this a try, seeing how it actually goes on the skin. So automatically, I do really like how it has the instant sharpener. So once you put the lid on, all you have to do is just twist it and it sharpens the pencil. I believe I have heard of this brand before, but I actually haven't used it. So let's see how it works. I mean, you know, before and after. The brow pencil, I think it did perform very well. At first I thought it was going to be like a dry formula to where, like, you know, I had to be really pressing really hard. But I feel like it just had like a top layer where you just had to remove, because after that top layer removed, it was very easy to glide on. Now it's not that creamy to where I'm very picky with my eyebrow pencils, just because I have like a little bit of hair, but I do have hair, so I can't use, you know, extra creamy pencils or extra dry or extra waxy pencils. So it has to be right in the middle. The only issue that I can see myself is just because I don't have any hair in the beginning of my brow. So that is why I enjoy a lot the not the CoverGirl, the NYX eyebrow pencil and the Anastasia brow wiz because they're very thin and I can do hair-like strokes in the beginning of the brow. So with this, I just find myself I'm gonna probably have to just keep sharpening it just to get that texture in the front. So I'm gonna finish off the other brow and then we'll see what my final thoughts are. Alright, so brows are done. I did add some of my favorite brow gel. This is from Ulta Beauty. Alright, so going now to my IPSY bag. So this is what this month's IPSY bag looks like. So IPSY did a collaboration with Tetris, and I mean, the bag's okay. I find that the zipper part is like the most cute part of the bag itself. I really don't like the pattern. So for this month, we did also receive 5 products. I think with IPSY, generally you will always receive five products. So for the first one, we're going to start off is again with the brand First Aid Beauty, and this is a Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. So this product does remind me of the Maybelline hydrating primer. I did also receive a sample of that one and I did really enjoy it. So I guess I'll try this out. It does feel really moisturizing. I guess this would work out for me during wintertime whenever I do have dry patches and flaky skin. The next thing that I'm really excited that I received is the Pixi Skin Treats Glow Mud Cleanser. So this is definitely a good size to receive. I hate whenever I receive like little foil packets of mud masks because you can generally tell within one use if you really like the mud mask or not. So this is what it looks like. It is another hydrating mud mask, so it doesn't feel drying or anything like that. And it smells really good too. I have heard really good things about Pixi skincare products, so I definitely want to dive into that brand and definitely give them a try. The next thing we have here is from Hey Honey. It's a Sweet Treat Wild Berry and Honey Yogurt Recovery Mask. It states that it restores the appearance of dull skin impacted by environmental factors. So it does definitely give you just the tiniest whiff of strawberry yogurt. Yeah. It's not that bad of a smell. You know how sometimes they have that really strong strawberry smell? This one's more lighter, so I'll definitely enjoy that. So the next thing that I'm going to save and use for later on is the Tetris x IPSY highlighter. So that is a very bright highlighter. I can definitely give it a try, seeing how it looks. It does remind me of that Fenty Beauty Wifey or Trophy Wife highlighter. So we'll give that a try here whenever I have my eyes done. And then the next thing that we received is from Sugar Cosmetics Contour the Force Mini Blush in the color Peach Peak. A really pretty color. Does remind me of my favorite ColourPop shade. So I'm actually going to apply the blush. It is just a really pretty shade. So it does have a small sheen to it, which I don't mind. It's really pretty. I'll definitely be enjoying this blush. I tend to pack on my blush just because that's my preferences. But a lot of people don't like packing on blush. You know what? Let's just try it. Let's see how the highlighter is going to look like. I kind of wanted to do my eyes first and then try out the highlighter, but we're just going to make it work. Would I use this out in public? No. Would I use this for a festival? If I ever go to one? Possibly. But as far as just going to run errands, I don't think so. Alright, so on camera it does not look yellow, but in person it is very yellowy toned, so it doesn't look bad on camera. But in person it is more yellow tone than neutral tone that it's actually coming out on camera, which is quite weird. So because on camera it does look good, I'm gonna pack it on even more. So that's not bad. I feel like I'm gonna have fun with that. And as well, the blush. Now going to the fun box. So again, this is IPSY Plus. Okay, just kidding. So this is the GLAM Bag Plus. So this retails for $25. You get 5 full-size products. It does come in this box, and then it comes with this little styrofoam thing to keep stuff from not breaking. So I do really enjoy that. The first thing that we are going to start off with is actually this Ciate Liquid Velvet Matte Lipstick, and this is in the color Pinup. So this is what this looks like. And I actually don't have any lip gloss or nothing left over, so ooh, this is a stunning color. So I'm really going to be enjoying this. I'm debating if I'm gonna, I mean, I think I could still use it during summer. It's not that dark or vampy looking color. I like it. So the box also comes with this pamphlet that gives you the information of the product and as well the pricing of it. So this is $19. So you're already just paying your $4. I can't do the math. So you're about $6 off from, you know, what you spent on the actual box itself. So the next thing I'm actually really excited to try out is this Sunday Riley CEO Vitamin C Rich Hydration Cream. So this is a full-size product and it retails for $65. And this, I believe, is a cream. Yeah, it's a cream. It smells lemony. So I am going to be excited to try this out. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to try it out during summertime just because, again, I don't use cream products like this during summer. My skin is too oily for that. But I am going to keep this for wintertime for sure. The next skincare item that we received that I'm actually really excited to try out, I just really love trying out mud mask, is this Generation Clay Ultraviolet Brightening Purple Clay Mask. So the mud mask alone retails for $39, so that is about, basically this is more of a higher skincare, so that is typically the pricing for clay mask. So the next thing that I'm excited to try out is the Tetris x IPSY Block Party Eyeshadow Palette. And the packaging is blue. I believe there was, blue. It's purple. I believe there was 4 different types of palette layouts. So this is the one that I received. I wish I would have received the one that had more of the orangey and yellow tones because it would have been perfect, but gotta make this work. All right, so let's see. The eyeshadows themselves do feel, well, the mattes feel better than the shimmers. They kind of remind me of the Makeup Revolution types of colors. This palette retails for $24. Would I purchase it for $24? No, I would not. Just because it's 6 shades and it's an alright quality. I am going to apply some of my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer so we can give these eyeshadows a fair try. Alright, so we're going to get up close and personal. The good thing is that this eyeshadow palette does have a mirror, so I don't have to be holding two products at the same time. I don't even know what I'm going to do. These shades are such a weird color scheme. So I'm just going to start off with this brown in my crease scene. It is more of a cool tone brown, so off the bat, I really do enjoy the mattes, like I said, because they did feel a lot more smoother and buttery than the shimmers, which that never happens. It's always the other way around. So I am going to go in with this shade called Back to Back, which is just a cream shade. I'm just going to put that on my lid. And I'm also going to just run that shade on my brow bone. And what I'm actually going to do is just going to go simple. I'm going to probably pop in, I'm just going to do this pink in my inner corner and just call it a day. So there's quite a bit of fallout. So I did mix in a little bit of this silver called T-Spin. Just the tiniest bit, just to see if it will give it like a little bit more dimension, which it kind of does. I know, look a little crazy, but it will all come together in a minute. So the next thing that we have here is from the brand Suva Beauty. We have the Cake eyeliner. It comes in a plastic container and it's not that much of a very sealed container, so I feel like it's probably not gonna last long, even though you do have to wet this product to use it. I guess we'll see. But it also comes with a brush, with the eyeliner brush, and it's a really thin brush too, actually. And this normally retails for $26 for the set. So it says to begin with this brush, dip it into the pan, then mix it with the liner. So can I use setting spray or no? Well, let me get a cup of water so that way I can see if this is gonna work out or not. All right, so I got my water. So it says to dip the brush first and then you dip it into the product. So I did have to dip the brush in like about 5 times to finally get a good consistency, and it does dry matte. So let's see how user-friendly this is. The only thing that I don't like is that I have to keep, so I have the fan on in my room because it's hot, and I have to go back and forth because it does dry in the middle of you using it. So keep in mind you have to have the brush really wet or else you're gonna have that skipping effect. And it doesn't help, I do have like a little, what is it called, like a little skin bump right here, so it makes it hard for me to draw a wing. That's why I don't like doing liner that much, because I can't ever get that pointed wing because I have that in the way. Alright, so that is as good as the eyeliner is going to get. Personally, I'm the type of person that does not wear eyeliner this much, that wants to go through all this hassle, which is wetting the brush multiple times to keep that creamy consistency. So yeah, I'd rather just go in with a pencil, because either way I always end up smoking it out. Or if not, if I do go in with a liquid liner, it's the thinnest little line ever. But to try out purposes, I did want to go with the full-on wing. Will I try it again? Possibly. If it's very long lasting, then maybe yes. But is this my new favorite product? No. So I'm gonna finish, just put on some mascara, and I'll give you my final thoughts on which subscription won. Alright, so this is the final look that I got using all of my little samples that I received from my beauty subscription boxes. Unfortunately, I'm not going to include the IPSY GLAM Bag Plus, just because that one is $25 and it comes with full-size products, versus the other subscriptions that are more along the same price point and they are all sample sizes. So keeping that in mind, I feel like the one that won is the IPSY, just because I really did enjoy that blush. That highlighter is really interesting, and I really do love receiving skincare items. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check out the latest video that I uploaded. I'm gonna tag it somewhere along here. I do have a small giveaway going on, so if you definitely want to check it out, don't miss out on that video. That is it for today's video. I do thank you for joining me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me showing you what I received in my beauty subscription boxes. Let me know if you want to see this type of style of video again, or if you just want to keep it as just show me the products and that's it. Well, I do thank you for joining me, and we'll see you on the next one.